Okay, so today we're going to do a short video on what to do with the tea plants in your yard. Say someone has given you several mint tea plants and they have grown, and this year was a fabulous year. I don't know whether it was just the weather or the blessing of the good Lord in our tea patch to have many leaves and much growth on our tea plants. So I was just outside. It's 2 days before Thanksgiving. My tea leaves have not died off to frost, and I have a huge tea patch that started from about 2 or 3 small plants. These are, you can see the sprigs of tea leaves. I just took a regular scissors, cut off some of the little sprigs, and the tea actually was beautiful this year. I didn't have any bugs in it. I do all of my tea organically. But you want to make sure that you pick only the nicest tea leaves. Something like this you would not use. Apparently some bug was enjoying the tea as well as we do, and so I'm very careful to pick through my tea leaves, and generally I will pick them right off the stems. So we eliminate the stems, and I will have something like this. Now here I have a pan here on the back of my stove. You can see the size of it. And I took a picture of the last tea that I dried. Let me put this down. How my tea on the tray will look before I'm ready to put it into the oven. Now most times I will wash each tea leaf, or at least rinse it off in case there's any little mites or anything on it. And then I let my tea leaves dry. If it's very dewy in the morning and you go out and you see that the dew has covered each leaf, you can pick it that way and let it dry on its own. But either way, however you choose to do it, you put your tea leaves on a pan, and I put it into the oven on 200. And if it's very moist leaves, I will leave it in as long as 4 hours. You have to use a little judgment there. I open the oven maybe every 45 minutes, and I will try to roll the dried tea leaves. Now it'll turn black. If you ever open a tea bag, you'll see that, and here you can see in my tea jar, it gets very dark as you dry it. And there are numerous methods to roll on top or pound the tea leaves as they dry. You can use Grandma's old rolling pin, which I used to use until I got this wonderful piece of equipment. It's a Pampered Chef. I don't even know. It's a roller. And I use that. This is my favorite, the Pampered Chef roller. So you'll roll right over your tea leaves as they dry in the oven. If you don't have a Pampered Chef roll tool, you can use something like this just to pound the leaves. And if you don't have anything like that in your drawer, a spoon will work perfectly fine to crush the tea as it dries. Now I put my tea into a jar. I have a special jar, nice and tall, and I will then dump the dried tea into my jar until I'm ready to make my own tea bags. You say, how do you do that? Okay, well, let's start. I have found that these paper coffee filters, now I'm not sure I can pick this up, but you can see It's what you would put in your coffee maker. Just one of those paper coffee filters. And then what I do is I take 2 tablespoons and I put it right in the middle of my coffee filter. I do that, and 2 tablespoons, just like the one I just did, and then we roll up the coffee filter and just put a twisty on it, and we're ready to go. Okay, so the next thing that I do, okay, I'm back again. The next thing that I do is I'll take just any regular twisty from off your bread bag, or many things will have a twisty on. I have a whole bunch here that was saved by my mom, and I do use them. These were from, I don't know, some kind of baggie. And so what I do is I take my paper coffee filter, I put tea in it, and then I'll gather it together like that and just put a twisty on it. And that's my own homemade tea bag with 2 tablespoons of mint tea that has been dried into the tea bag. Then what I do is I will put a gallon of water in just one of your regular pots. Okay, and I put 2 of my tea bags into the pot of a gallon of water. And now my tea doesn't get real dark in color, and so you can get really great tea bags. If you don't make your own and you go to the store, you can get a Boston's mint in tea bags. Those are good. I prefer having my own tea bags, but I will, on occasion, which I did today, take 2 tea bags of mint tea that is Boston's mint in tea bags. And so I'll use two of my own mint tea. And then sometimes I add 1 or 2 extra Boston's mint tea just to give it that beautiful dark tea color and flavor. I think that it really enhances it. You don't have to add anything other than your own tea, though. I've made it that way. It does come out significantly lighter in color. Now, it's very important that when you put your homemade tea bags into the pot, that you boil the water. I generally will boil it for, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes. Make sure it comes to a boil. All right, then what I do is I have my trusty tea gallon container. This was just a regular tea container. I think it was Turkey Hill at the store, and when we finished using the regular tea, I rinsed. You can even put a gallon tea container in your dishwasher. Make sure it's on the bottom shelf and it won't hit the cycling water wheel, the sprayer. But irregardless, if you keep it clean, make sure you rinse it out real well right when you're done till you make a new pot of tea. You can use the same gallon tea container over and over. I've been told I'm diabetic, so I don't put much sugar in. I'll use a little bit of sweet and low in mine, but I've been told that a cup and a half of sugar, and in the background there you can see my sugar canister, and I've been told a cup and a half of sugar in with your mint tea is very sweet. I kind of think a cup would do the trick, but you have to season your mint tea as you prefer it. And so I do wait until the tea that we have cooked cools down, or you'll melt the tea gallon container. So you want to wait till it's cool. Make sure you've added your sugar. I use my grandma's wooden spoon. I prefer a wooden spoon, but any spoon to stir your sugar in works wonderfully. Fill your mint tea container. You can use it as iced tea from the refrigerator, or you can pour it out in your teacup. I have some right here, and stick it in the microwave for a minute and a half, and you'll have hot mint tea, which is a wonderful soothing drink for if you have a sore throat or a cold. In the background you can see I love my Vienna bread. Weiss makes a good loaf of French Vienna bread, so I will give them credit for a really, really great Vienna bread. I make 2 pieces of toast, and in the evening that is a wonderful late night treat for everyone to enjoy. Okay, thank you for being with me today. I am Brenda, this is my kitchen, and we've learned today how to take our tea, to put it in the oven and dry it. Some people hang their tea. You'd have to hang it a good long while. It works just as well for a few hours, 3 or 4 hours in a 200-degree oven. And then, of course, we use our rolling pin, our pounder, or a spoon to pound out the tea as it dries. It ends up looking like this. Just as a recap, and then coffee filters work great as a tea bag. Okay, so you put your 2 tablespoons into your own homemade tea bag, and you can package these. I set them in. I have a little tea container, and so I have mine already. It makes a nice little gift to a special friend. And they will keep, wow, they might keep up to 2 years. They're dried well. You keep them in your canister. Mine don't last that long. We drink it, but you can enjoy that for a long time. Tea bags do last a long time. So, that's our video for today. What to do with that mint tea that you're growing in the yard. How to make your own gallon of mint tea that'll last in the refrigerator, I would say up to a week. And it's a special treat to enjoy, especially as cold season is coming on. You want to drink lots of tea. It's great for your kidneys, great for your throat, and overall just a wonderful, enjoyable treat. Okay, so go to it, cooks. The tea bags, the tea leaves have not, the frost hasn't gotten them yet, so go to it, folks, and enjoy this wonderful gift from God, mint tea, all through the year. Okay, thanks, folks. Enjoy.